All right, we're at 99. I just woke up, looked at my phone, and went, "Oh my gosh, I got to go online." We're at 99,999. Holy crud! I didn't even get my coffee yet. I had to grab a Diet Pepsi out of the fridge and get a celebratory coffee here in a second. Let's see if anybody's here. Nobody's. Oh, we got. Okay, we got. Hey, we're close. Look at this. I'm gonna see if my friend Michael wanted to be the 100,000th. Let's see if I can get him. We're almost there. Oh, I know. You're like, quick, create a new account. No, I don't want subscriptions that way though. I know. In fact, I think my mom's account, she subscribed, but she passed away 6 years ago. So I think, like I said, it could go to 100,000 and then drop back down and go back up because we've been here last week watching it, and we were watching it, and it would go up one and down two and up two and then down one, and so it could hit 100,000 and then go back. So was trying to write. I'm going to write a little tune in the tuning, an open G2 tuning. I'm going to try to write something in that open G2 tuning. Oh, I lost one. All right, he was messing with me. That's so funny. I probably lost one because I went live, and they go, "Oh gosh, I got another notification." Stop it. How many times are you going to get a notification? Oh, I lost two. What do you get? Okay, everybody's messing with me now. It's because I went live. Tune the whole stuff down. That's what Paul McCartney did for yesterday. Yeah, that's the tuning for yesterday. I'm almost tuned down the whole stuff. I'm actually now. I didn't think about it when I did the video, but basically what I'm doing is I'm tuning the top two strings down the whole step and the bottom two strings down the whole step, and that's how I got open G2. We have any moderators? We don't have any moderators. We're back to 99. Okay, here we go. So yeah, so I'm trying to write something for, you know, I'll videotape it and post it because my oh, look at that, there it goes, woo, we did it. Look at that. Now watch it go down again. Watch it go down again. Woo! 100,000 people. You see that? Back 99. Yeah, right. Woo! we went down to 7. So I got 3 subscribers in the time that I went live. Look at that, everybody. Woo! Oh. Oh no. We're going to celebrate this moment over and over again. Woo! Went away. Oh, back to 99. Oh my gosh. Hilarious. I told you I might do that. Resubscribing. Hilarious. That's funny. Everybody unsubscribing and subscribing again. Just jack it up. Bruce, look at that. I know, this could go on all day. It's true. I wonder what the safety cushion is for this. But I woke up, I haven't had my coffee. I got my Diet Coke, Bruce. I don't even have coffee. John bought me coffee, though. John sent, Dennis, John, in Louisville sent me a Starbucks card, which was nice. So I get coffee. Ah, look at that. I got 2. Okay, I got a little cushion now. Unbelievable. So now I wonder, when will I get a notification from Google? Let me see if I got anything from Google. I can't imagine it would happen right away. Because again, same thing. They can come and go. Yeah, nothing yet. Nothing yet, but that's pretty cool. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, Bruce, look at that. We got fun. I mean, when I logged in just a few minutes ago, I had 99,999. So, Joel doesn't know who I am. Yeah, I don't know who I am either. Yeah, one of my favorite jokes is last year when Justin Bieber called me in to do a big writing session for a week with all these people, and I showed up and I looked around and I went, man, I'm the only person here I've never heard of, because everybody that, oh my gosh. All right. Okay, now YouTube's letting people subscribe. But couldn't have done this without any of you. Well, I could have if I'd created 100,000 fake Google accounts. I think they would have gotten suspicious if they'd seen 100,000 accounts created from one IP address. You think they would allow that? I know that you can buy subscribers. I mean, obviously that's always been the case ever since this subscription thing. You know, people buy 5,000 followers on Instagram. It's the most ridiculous thing. I never really understood it. I never really understood the I guess it was, you go to a record company, look, we have, 100,000 followers on Instagram, but record companies got hip to that real fast. It was like, yeah, we do that now too. So, I mean, what was the rumor that Taylor Swift's dad went out and bought like 5 million copies of her record so she would have a million seller right away? I don't know if that's true or not, but somebody told me that. I was like, no, I don't know if it was 5 million copies, but I bought enough copies to make it the #1 record. Wow, 100,010. Boy, subscribers are just showing up in droves now. And that's weird because usually when I go live, sorry, I haven't even brushed my teeth. It just came out. I just rolled out of bed. Usually when I go online, I lose subscribers because everybody gets notifications. It's like, oh, why did I subscribe to this guy again? So, Aslan, what's going on? I know, crazy, right? A good Christmas gift, and like I said, all of you made this happen. That's funny. Yeah. Michael subscribed with both of his accounts. That's what happened. Yeah, Michael. Oh, actually, almost like that better. Oh, hi, Michael. Sorry, there's a bit of delay. Are you on this? You're not on the live chat though. Okay. Oh, so that's pretty amazing. Like I said, I just rolled out of bed. Instead of my Starbucks, I got my Diet Pepsi. I need something. And it's raining, which is also a good thing here. I turned off my sprinklers yesterday. It's like one of the happiest things I could ever do in my life now as a homeowner, turning off the sprinklers. It's like our biggest bill. Well, I can talk about some stuff too. Anybody have any questions? I mean, we're celebrating. Everybody has some libations. Normally we have a drinking game, Michael. There's a lot of rules. It's like, it started out because when I started doing these live streams, when COVID first hit, when Governor Newsom shut down the state, when he shut down the state, I said, I was like everybody, we were a little panicked about like, well, what are we going to do for work? And so Beth said, well, why don't you do a live stream once a week or so? I said, I'll do better than that. I'll do it every day. And so I started doing a live stream every day. I did it for 62 days in a row. And just thinking that it gave me something to do and kind of take my mind off things. And I was teaching about everything. I mean, you can go through my live stream. Bruce has actually put together a list. If I put up the Discord, the list is not updated, but it's been a while. But lately I've done pretty long sessions. Like we did a long session on bluegrass. We did a long session on. We're in the middle of songwriting now, as you can see. And there's the Discord link if you want to go there. Hey, nobody. What's up? We just hit 100,000. And then then I cut it down to 3 days a week, and then I cut it down to 1 day a week, and that was Wednesday, and then I moved it because the gardener was here on Wednesday. It was always annoying, so I moved it to Mondays. I think I forgot a Monday once, right? I forgot. I got a text from Bruce like about an hour later. It was like, hey, we're not doing it today. I went, oh, it's Monday. So it took a while, but once I got it going, we've been at Monday for a while now, at least 3 or 4 months. Um, and we've been talking about songwriting. And so, oh, Lee, okay. I'll call you Lee. I'll try to remember that. My sister's name is Lee, same spelling. But yeah, so we touched on the caged method, which is a guitar thing. Talked about music theory, talked about chord theory. We talked about, gosh, Bruce. I mean, it's quite a lot of things. In fact, sometimes I'm like, what am I going to teach on? In fact, I did bluegrass because I wanted to learn more about bluegrass. So I actually got better as a bluegrass player because we took on bluegrass. And songwriting is just something that I thought everybody would like talking about. It's something that even a beginner could do. You learn one chord and you tune your guitar to open D and you can write songs. Hey, Geeter. Sorry, from Tipperary Island. Yes, that's Ireland. Tipperary Island, Ireland. Sorry, I still haven't woken up. My mouth is still not awake yet. Yeah, so I'm in G2 right now because guitar. I'm writing a song, an instrumental in Open G, and I'm going to work it up. I'll probably do tab for it, and then I'll perform it, record that, put it up on YouTube, and you can download the tab for free. I'll put it up on my Dropbox or something like that, and everybody can download it. It won't be too complex. Oh, it might. I have to figure out how to change the tuning. Oh, I think I know how to do it on Finale. You can change when you drag the music notation down to the tab. It positions it for you automatically, and then you can change it. But they have different tunings, but they won't have G2 tuning. So, but I think I can do a custom tuning. So, but I'm trying to write something that talk about being formulaic. I mean, writing a figure style piece in an odd tuning, it definitely is something that is very formulaic. What I'm trying to do is highlight what's best about the tuning. So I'm still working it out, but I love that little bit right there. Maybe that. I think I'll change it to that. I like the leading tone quality, having that F sharp in the bass there. Because again, I'm in D, G, D, G, A, D. And the thing I really like about this tuning was that I can get those seconds and thirds together, which would be a really hard chord. It's like. Let's see. The tuning it's in my latest video. So if you look up my latest video, but it's D, G, D, G, A, D. Oh, I thought I hit caps. Sorry. D, G, D, G, A, D. So somebody called it dog, a dog. I don't know if that's legit. So I call it open G2 tuning. So it's an open G2 chord. It's like open G, but with the B string tuned down a whole step. And the reason I did that was so that I could do major chords for slide. I talk about it in the video. I could do major and minor chords with slide, whereas normally I could only do major chords. And so Thank you, Dennis. Can you believe it? It came fast. I can't believe how fast it came. Roger, thank you, Roger. Yeah, I'm hoping that a lot of the my everybody like Pepper and Bruce and oh hey, Finland, great. I wish I could go to Finland. I want to go to Europe again so bad. I think it's not good. I don't think it's going to happen next year. I just think it's going to be too much of a hassle. I don't know, but we got Pepper's here, Dennis, Bruce. Holly's not here, but Holly has a life unlike all the rest of us. Sam, I forgot. Sam was here. Sam saw it happen. Sam saw it happen live. You can rewatch this all you want. Who else is here? Well, gaming. Let's see. Oh, Mambo's here. That's right. Mambo is here. And Jason Turner. So I'm trying to write, and then what was it? But like it's a cool tune, but I can get some really cool G minor stuff too. Just by doing this, you get this G minor second chord that would be impossible, really hard to play on guitar. It'd be normally this, and you couldn't do it. And here it is, right there. It's like, what? It's so simple. So there's certain. I mean, some people just play everything dadgad, and this is very, very similar to dadgad. So this is a whole step away from open G, and it's one whole step away from dadgad too. If I tune this, the G string or the fifth string up to A, I get dadgad. So it's very dadgad-y sounding. But dadgad is very D centric. Like you can do songs in D and D major, D minor, really easily. This one is very G centric. So if you want to play in G major or G minor. I'm just messing around with it. It's a fun tuning when you can just mess around and you almost stumble on things accidentally. That's almost very poppy right there. The only downside is all the chords are parallel. So typical with open tunings, you're going to have a lot of parallel chord shapes. It's a little more difficult to do voicings that are a little bit more clustery, that aren't so far apart. Thanks, Bruce. We do have, Barada Baba. It could be Baraba Dabada. Barada. It's too early. I haven't had my coffee yet. Yeah, exactly. The chords, the component, the chords that, like I said, that chord is really hard. I can do it. It would be like that, but and by the way, we have. I was telling Michael. I don't know if Michael's still watching, but I was telling Michael about our drinking game. That's why I started telling. Okay, that's why I couldn't remember why was I doing a recap of all of our videos. Because I started doing this thing where we weren't supposed to touch our face. That pretty much went out the window. Everybody's touching their face again. But don't touch your face, you'll get COVID. It was like, really? Oh my gosh. Get one of those doggy things that wraps around your head, So I was saying, okay, we all have, as a punishment or a reward or whatever, every time I touch my face, we take a sip of something. Oh no. We're buffering. Uh-oh. Hopefully it won't be bad. Um, and and then it was, if I changed guitars, if I drop a pick, it was a drink. If I dropped a thumb pick, which I don't think, did that ever happen? Did I ever drop a thumb pick? That's 2 sips, because it's hard to drop a thumb pick. That's why you use a thumb pick, so you don't drop a pick. Gosh, so many rules. If I mentioned that I played all the guitars on Apex Legends, that would also be a drinking infraction. Let's see. Gosh, there's so many. And Gary was our arbiter. He was our Moses. He kept the tablet, and we got up to almost 20 or something, I think, didn't we? Or was it 13 or 14? Kent Bond, good to see you. Oh, da-da-da-da. Michael North. Michael North is an amazing singer, a good friend. We've been friends we were friends before I started working at Shepherd, which was 20 years now. Yeah, so that G2 chord, G minor second, you can play it like that, but in the open G tuning, it was just this, in the open G2 tuning. So yeah, Michael and I go way back. In fact, I think it was Kook that introduced us, because Michael sang backgrounds on some live things that I did with Kook, and Michael was in the worship team. Dennis, does Dennis have the rules? Yeah, the drinking game rules, Michael. They got pretty elaborate. Yeah, and so we had an excuse to start. It all started with touching the face, and then I started adding rules to it. And then there's Gary. Gary started adding the rules. Moses is in the house. Thank you, Gary. Yeah, I know. I wish I'd caught. Literally, I woke up this morning, and it was at 99,999. I went, oh shoot! I run out here and grab a Diet Pepsi. Seriously, I kid you not. I grabbed something caffeinated. Sat down, turned on the light, opened the window, and there's no light outside. All the light you're seeing is from my box light up here, because it is raining out, which I love. So does my lemon tree right outside the window. Ran in here and logged in, and boy, I tell you, it's funny because it went down to 97 before it went, and then it bopped up to 100, and then it flew past 100. It had been rocketing the last couple days, and I was like, that new video I did, the G2 tune, the Beatles video I did was very popular. Really kind of shocked me. So I've got 2 more Beatle videos planned. I'm going to do one on their influence on me, which I don't know. I'm trying to make that interesting. It's more like their influence on everybody. It's kind of unnecessary to say that I was influenced by the Beatles, because I'm 60 years old. So I was born in 61. And the Beatles came to the U.S. in 64, and so the whole time I was a little kid, Beatlemania was pretty much in force. But it definitely affected my desire to become a musician. Just like any other musician that's 60 or older, even in their 50s, a lot of times you had older brothers or sisters. So that's what I'm going to talk about. But I'm trying to formulate a way to make it interesting. The other thing I'm going to talk about is another video that I want to do is, can it happen again? Of course, the answer is no. But I'm going to explain why and what happened to allow the Beatles to be as big as they were. And amazingly, they had such a short career. The crazy thing is when you're watching Get Back, I mean, they're literally 20, I think, they broke up and George Harrison was 25 or 26. It's just like, what? Ringo was not even, none of them were 30. I mean, they were 28, 27. Ringo might have been 29 when they broke up. It's astonishing. And Ringo's, still out there. So is Paul, doing stuff. I mean, John and George would be too if they were alive. So it would be interesting. I always wonder if they were all still alive, if they would have gotten together for like a Live Aid type thing or something. Yeah, Discord link there if you want to join. So the Discord link now I haven't created many PDFs, have I, Bruce, or many JPEGs because we've been talking about songwriting, which is a little bit more academic and less technical. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say, but if you go back through my live stream lessons, I've got lots of PDFs, even songs that I wrote, things like that. They're all up there for you to download. Images of chords, things like that, scales, and you can put those. Like I got JPEGs up there, so if you want to drag 5 JPEGs into one PDF or one Word document, you can create your own PDF, so you can have a bunch of scales on one page or something like that. So, oh, Gary's in trouble. So Gary, I'll pretend like I'm on a Zoom call with you. So Gary, we really think your work you're doing is just phenomenal. Our company has grown so fast because of all of your input. We really appreciate it. We've tripled our income and quadrupled our output. We think our squirrel skin company will actually split off into subsidiaries because of your input. Thank you so much. That help you, Gary? I just imagine you being in Wisconsin and you having something to do with squirrels. That's just in my, pretty much what I think of Wisconsin. That or Brett Favre. It's like Brett Favre fan clubs or something to do with squirrels. That's pretty much Wisconsin in my head. See, I live in California. See, you're flyover country to Californians. Keep in mind I'm from Indiana, so... I always loved it when people would say, where are you from? I'd be like, I'm from Indiana. And they go, oh, back east. And I'm like, back east? New York is east. Indiana's the Midwest. I don't understand. Oh, you're on that headset. Okay, let's shoot. You should. Okay, Gary, you want to do that again? And you can put me on speaker. Squirrel Skin Company. Yeah, that's kind of right, Pepper. Isn't that what you were thinking too? I mean, come on, it's making squirrel skin jackets, squirrel skin hats. Lots of deer, yeah, lots of water. Yeah, so I know we could use some of that right now. It's funny. Yeah, we got Ireland represented, we got Finland represented, we got Wisconsin. Pepper, you're still in Alabama, right? Dennis is in Holland. The Netherlands. It's just so much easier to say Holland. Why do you have two names for your country? That's kind of unfair. Holland and the Netherlands are two different things. But geographically, are they the same map? I had to when we were in Amsterdam, for some reason I felt like I had to say the Netherlands. I couldn't say Holland. Oh, right, Michigan, duh. Sam's not too far from where I used to spend my summers. Lake City and Pentwater. Those are the two cities in Lake Michigan. Yep, still in Alabama. And Pepper's a California girl. Or lived in California at least for a time. But for some reason, my recollection. And then, okay, Brian's from Tacoma. And then Bruce is in Florida. So we've got the four corners of the country pretty well represented. In fact, Bruce is sometimes in Vermont, or is it New Hampshire, Bruce? So then we definitely have the four corners represented. Dang. Gary said, I had 2 deer just outside of my window the other day, about 10 feet from me, eating in front of the front lawn grass at work. The only green still around. Oh, yeah, because that's right, things are done. Oh, pin the Discord link. Sorry, I'll do that. Yeah, so the Discord is, believe it or not, is where this conversation continues. But not usually with me. Okay, so here's the pin. I'm pinning Discord link. Anyway, we're just celebrating this milestone right here. Woo! Look at that. Unbelievable. See, it says updating live up there in the corner. Right, exactly, Sam. They're not Hollanders and Netherlanders. They're Dutch. What the heck? Well, but you're a Badger, right? Now, you do say Michigander, Wisconsinner. You don't say Wisconsinner, do you? This is such a fascinating live stream. Oh, you're in England, yes. And we also, oh, I see, wait. Oh, you live in Madrid. Oh, man, I want to go to Madrid. I actually want to go to Andalusia, which is the region of Spain that's kind of to the south and west, of course, you know. And I'm probably not saying it right, but that's where flamenco started. I got my flamenco guitar here. And that's kind of the I haven't done my tune, but I haven't done my flamenco in a long time. I need to. If I was retired, I would just practice guitar all day long. I don't know. It'd be weird. Maybe I wouldn't pick up the guitar at all. I don't know. Oh, just cheeseheads. That's right. Wait, I gotta see what it. Oh, you put up new lyrics. Let's see. Okay, so Wolverines, Michigan. Oh, that's true. You do say Wolverines. Hoosiers, Indiana. I'm a Hoosier. Which is funny because it's basically you're taking your name from the. I'm not a Boilermaker. I'm taking my name from the state's favorite college basketball team. Not because you're not a Spartan, you're a Wolverine. My parents were Spartans. Sam, did you know my parents met at Michigan State? Yep, my dad. Was my dad in a fraternity? I think he was in a fraternity. My mom was definitely an Alpha Chi, because my wife's an Alpha Chi. She showed me the secret handshake. I can't remember it. It was a long time ago. I had her parents locked up in the basement. That's why she told me. No, I'm kidding. Land of the beer, cheese, and therefore, yeah. That, you know, what's funny is Michigan fart humor is kitchen humor for some reason. I don't know why, but every time you rent a house, you get a house in Michigan somewhere, they always have like some fart joke on the wall in the kitchen. And I'm like, what's with the fart jokes in Michigan? So it's probably the cheese. But that was Michigan. Wisconsin I've been to, but you know, I've been to Madison. I was there with my college big band, and the drummer, the percussion guys, the drummer and the percussionists, they lit a room on fire. You ever been in a hotel where you get a fire alarm in the middle of the night? That's happened to me twice. And one time was in Madison, Wisconsin. We were at an old hotel across the street from the Capitol. I remember that because it had a view of the Capitol. It was beautiful. Drinking game rule. Oh, take a sip of beers. No, not beers. I touch my face. If I refer to myself in the third person, I forgot about that. Mention a band I had in high school, which is always one of my favorite things to do. Forgets what tuning his guitar's in. That's right. Yeah, Dennis has it. Yeah, Gary's usually the arbiter, the keeper of the rules. I think we're up. Gary, what was our number? What was our final number on that? So, you know, I don't want to say final. We could add, I guess. We just haven't even talked about it. But look, I'm touching my face so everybody can take a sip. And I changed guitars. Oh, Pepper noted the change of guitars. But people would be like, why is everybody putting coffee cups up? I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Sam puts beer mugs up. Um, so yeah, gosh, we are at. I mean, this lesson doesn't count. What was the last lesson? 300. Um, I can't believe I'm gaining YouTube followers as we talk. Like I said, usually when I go live, I lose a couple. Because people get notifications and they just like, oh, why did I subscribe to this guy again? Let's see, live. What was the last number? Oh, 238. So yeah, I've done 238 live stream lessons since the COVID lockdowns here in California. And we're locked down. Well, not locked down again, but we have to wear masks everywhere again. Some people are, I think the rest of my life, I mean, I could live another 30 years and I bet you the rest of my life, there'll be people that will just wear masks everywhere they go. I think there are people that will just never give up their masks. So let's see, here's, get that live stream count. Yep. So that's pretty cool, huh? Got 100,000. I can't believe it. I didn't think it was going to happen this year, to be honest. Remember, at one point I was getting like 700 a month, and that's down from like I was getting 2,000 a month for a while. And I thought, oh man, I'm going to have, like last year it got crazy when I started doing the live stream. There was a couple months where I had over 2,500 new subscribers. And again, it was because people were stuck at home and they were like, well, might as well take up guitar. I went to Guitar Center last year and they hardly had any guitars at all. And I said, are you guys going out of business? And well, they kind of, I don't know if they are now. I went there now. They're totally stocked. But last year they said, no, we can't keep them in the store. Everybody's taking up guitar. Particularly cheap guitars. They had they had a few expensive guitars, but the cheap stuff they didn't have. And usually when I go to Guitar Center, it's always the cheap stuff I'm looking for. You know me, I like my $100 guitars. So, it's all right. It's all right. It is on the list is like I'm wearing pants. Yeah. But Pepper would always be the one to notice if I stood up that I was wearing pants, because you never know. One can dream. I try to, Pepper. I try to make all of my online interactions positive. I don't care if I'm commenting on someone's tweet or if I'm tweeting or if I'm Instagramming or Facebook or whatever. I try not to. I don't want to get in an argument. Oh, hey, Rob L., thank you. Bob Abbott. Yay. I know, it just happened this morning. Got up, I woke up at like 8:15 or something, and I know. You're like, wait, you didn't get up at 6, 8? No, I woke up at 8 this morning because I stayed up till 2 last night. Because I was watching this. I was like, no. I said, I better go to bed because it's going to, and sure enough, I wake up, it was 99,999. I got here, I sat down, I texted my friend Michael, I said, you better hit it. Because we talked yesterday about, hey, it would be cool if you were like 100, or 2 days ago we were talking, I said, it would be cool if you were he's been one of my cheerleaders, and I got to give a shout out too to Rachel Talbot. In fact, I'm going to send her a picture of this. She's got over 1 million subscribers. I don't think I'll ever get there, but she would really encourage me to start the list in the first place. And it took a long time to get to 100,000. I mean, maybe it'll go really fast from here. I don't know. I don't know that I'll get 1 million, but I still have to have good ideas for videos. And some things I may redo. I've got old videos I may redo. I've been wanting to do a lesson on the modes, but I just can't. I've got a great lesson I teach when I was sitting with a student on the modes. And I've recorded it a couple times, and I just don't like the way it turned out. I really kind of want to use a keyboard, so I'm thinking, now that I've got two good cameras, I might try to do something where I've got I can shoot the piano at the same time. When I'm talking, but it still would be kind of hard. I don't know. Anyway, well, it's not particularly interesting, me just talking about me. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna sign off Monday. I'll be on live Monday. There's a slight chance that maybe Alex and I will log in on Christmas Day and do a little jam. Thanks, Kent. Kent. Thanks, Michael. It's funny. Yes. Oh, 100%. But I don't know the procedure on that. I don't know how soon it shows up. I'm assuming they'll send me. I'm also wanting to get verified. I'm hoping that I get the check. And here's why. I think that if I'm verified and I have that little check next to my name, when I make comments on and I do make comments on videos, when I make comments on Rick Beato's video or something like that, people will go, wait a minute. Why does he have a check next to his name? And they'll click on me and then maybe subscribe. So, Sam, let's see. Oh, I will totally do an unboxing video. Are you kidding me? That will be, and I may even do a hanging video. I'll have I'm not sure where I'll put it at this moment. But like I said, I've played on Platinum Records, Gold Records. I've written on Platinum Records and Gold Records. I've played on Grammy-winning records. And technically, if your name is officially associated, attached to those things, you can get those plaques, right? And I have friends that do that, and so they have, on the wall, they have all these, plaques of gold records, stuff like that. But to be honest, sometimes, I'll do sessions that, I got $300 or something for the session, or $1,000 or whatever, $500 for the session, and the plaques cost $400 or $500. If you want to get a little statue of the Grammy, I don't know if I qualify for any of those, but if I want, I can get a plaque, and by the time you frame it and order it and everything, it ends up being $400 or $500, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to spend that kind of money on something like that, and I don't really. In our house, you wouldn't even know I was a musician. If you look at our house, you come to my office and you're like, oh, this guy's a musician. But I don't like necessarily being surrounded by it. And fun, because my friend Pablo, he has a million of these plaques on BMI awards and all this stuff, ASCAP, whatever, Grammy, all that stuff. He's got, medals and all this stuff. And he just jokes. He's like, yeah, it's just to intimidate you when you come over. And I said, yeah, I'm pretty intimidated. So, and I get it. If you work really hard and, especially if you made a lot of money on it. Well, if you're like the artist or the producer or whatever, of course you're going to get one of those. They're going to give it to you for free. But if you're just kind of an ancillary person, a lot of times you have to pay for it. So I don't have anything like that. However, I've been working 10 years on this channel. 10 years I've poured into this. So I will 100% hang the thing up. And the other thing is that it's free, I think. I don't think I have to pay for it. I could be wrong, but I know I've made some good money from all of this, and I've told you how much money you can make from some of these things. I think you could run the numbers, and I'm not sure if the numbers line up completely with the views, but I've got one video that has 3 million views, and I think I make about a third of a penny per view or something like that for ad revenue. So every 3 views, I get a penny. So every 300 views, I get $1. So you run the numbers, I made some, $10,000 or so, or definitely in the 5 figures for for 7 tips for older beginners, which is where I got most of my subscribers. Most of my subscribers are beginners, and most of them are older beginners. If I look at my demographics, it's definitely 50s and 60-year-olds like me. So that makes complete sense. If I were, a cute 20-year-old girl, it would be a totally different audience. So I get that. I don't have a problem with that. I kind of embrace it. And so, that's why I continued to do lessons that were more geared towards beginners. Now, it's funny because I just did that new video on my most recent video, which just came out. Was it yesterday morning? It was yesterday morning we did the live thing. The thing's already got 700 views. It's actually doing really well. And my Beatles video did really well, so I'm going to do 2 more Beatles videos. But my G2. So, but the thing is, if I look at my top 10 videos, 5 of them at least are open tuning videos. So even though I'm not a big, I don't do a lot of open tuning playing, not really kind of my thing for the most part. Oh, it's got 800 views already. So that's crazy. The G2, it's got 800 views, 100% likes. It's still doing good. I got 5 subscribers from it. Like I said, the analytics that YouTube gives you, the information you get, I have 790 views, 410 more than usual. Let's see, 45 hours of watch time so far, 15 hours more than usual. I got 5 subscribers. The reach, the audience, if I look at the audience, mostly subscribed, 72% subscribed, 28% not subscribed. Age, there's not enough demographic information yet. But if I go back, let's see, let me go to the Beatles video and look at, but like I said, they give you great information. Oh, the unboxing came out after the Beatles, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Okay. And it might be a minute before I release another video because I've got family here. But the Beatles video, I've gotten 10 subscribers from, 1,200 more than usual, 1,800 views, and 304 hours of watch time. That's because it's a long video, though. But I can see that it's trending downward now. I was getting 400 real-time views in 48-hour period. It's down to under 200 now. So it's slowly going down. But I think there's maybe demographic, yeah. So the demographic thing, it's all 55 to 64-year-olds and over, 65 and over. So I fully expect that to be the case with the Beatles videos. Again, I'm kind of trying to embrace my audience. The young kids are going to be like, who cares? Now, there might be some young people interested in the video if I do the video on can the Beatles happen again? And I don't think that can. I don't want to give away my reasoning right now, but I'm going to talk about how the contributing factors to their fame, and that it will be. See, so Baraba did that. Is the typical demographic for me. So that's why I try to keep things fairly easy. When on my live streams, we're talking about scales and we're talking about modes and things like that. But I do tend to kind of state things in different ways and from different angles. Because I know we homeschooled and we have 3 kids, and all 3 of them, everybody learns differently. When you go to school and you sit there, there's 5 or 6 different ways of learning. The teacher's teaching you one way. And if it's not your way, you're not going to be engaged. And so I try to approach things from 2 or 3 or 4 different ways, so that when I'm explaining something that maybe you won't get it the first time or the second time, but the third time you go, oh, now I understand it. And I'm a hands-on person. With me, it's academically I understand what's happening on this open G2 tuning, but I'm just going to mess around with it. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. So, Michael, thank you for subscribing both of your channels. You gave me that cushion to keep, because we got to 100 and then we went down below 100 and we went up to 100 again. So it was climatic and then anticlimactic and then climatic again. Is climatic a word? I know anticlimactic is. It's very climatic. Yeah, of course it's a word. Yeah. So anyway, we spend most of our time here laughing at me, my stupidity. Oh, Paul Myers isn't here, and Holly isn't here. Holly's going to be so bummed she missed it. Oh my gosh. Hey, Mad Musician, tell me the pro guitar secrets. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing I started. That was my channel. When I started, I was like, let me share some of the secrets. And if you go to my very, very early videos, you know, how do you think about the neck? Well, you know, pro players often visualize the fretboard using the caged method. So that was one of the first things I taught, was the caged method. It was the very first thing I taught when I started doing the live streams during the COVID lockdown. I did 12 lessons on the caged method. So teaching you the shapes, teaching you the scales around the shapes and things like that. So those are some of the secrets. And originally my plan was to teach, just to talk about, and I always got 1,000 subscribers, 2,000, 3,000. I had 8,000 subscribers when someone recommended, and I can't remember. I know we're Facebook friends, but I can't remember who it was. That said, "Hey, could you do a video for older beginners?" And I said, "Yeah, I think I've got something." And I did the video 7 tips for older beginners. And I even think I said in the video that I have 8,000 subscribers, and people will comment and they'll go, "You said 8,000, you have 60,000 subscribers now. You have 50,000, you have 100, somebody's going to say, you have 100,000 subscribers now." So it was like, holy cow, that really blew up my channel. So I kind of shifted my focus from pro guitar kind of concepts, right? More towards the beginners, which of course, if you look at, the number of pro guitar players out there on YouTube, it's a very small number. You look at the beginners, it's a huge number. So definitely tapping into a bigger market by talking to beginners. And again, I taught privately for 35 years. From the age of 15 to the age of 50, I taught private lessons. And at one point, I think I had 40 students a week. And so I got down a pretty good pedagogy. I had a pedagogy teaching style that was fairly effective. Hey, Renee, thank you. And put that back. That just sounds funny when I say it. So that's kind of what. And the other thing I talk about, my dad passed away 10 years ago, and the minute he passed away, everything he knew about jazz, baseball, which was volumes, and family history, which was far more than my mom. My mom didn't remember. Like, my dad could tell you every meal they had when they spent a month in Europe. Like, he could tell you every restaurant they went to in Europe for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was like, are you kidding me? So that was something that immediately went away when my dad passed away. And so I thought, you know what? I'm not teaching anymore, but I should get this up. I should get these lessons up online so that people can benefit from them. And believe it or not, when I log, I can check out the videos that I did like 10 years ago, 7, 8 years ago. They're still getting views. In fact, if I sort my videos, let me see. Let me go to just YouTube is so great at getting you information. So I'm going to sort by views. My top 10 videos are 7 tips for older beginners, 5 songs with only 2 chords. That one has 600,000. Play most any song in Dadgad. That's a huge one. That one's been big lately. That may overtake 5 songs. And it's some fun chords in open G tuning. Now that one is actually from 2013. So the years represented in the top 5 are 2018, 18, 17, 13, and 17. I haven't done a big video. Well, of course, it takes a while to get these numbers up there. But in the top 10, I think the most recent video is 2018. So, but then play most any song in open D, some fun chords in open D. So there's 4, then that darn F chord, which is geared towards beginners. That one was after the 7 Tips for Older Beginners. That's probably, and then I did a Bluegrass Jam I did a week later. That my Bluegrass Jam has 189,000 views. It's crazy. Now the likes are low, which is funny. It's 92%, 93%, which is unusually low for me. And I think it's because people get mad because, well, that's not bluegrass because there's drums in there. But drums just help keep the beat. Then there's another Chords in Dad-Gad Tuning, Part 1. Part 2, oddly enough, hasn't done that well. I did a follow-up video for Tips for Older Beginners, and that one's done fairly well. Tips for Older Beginners Part 2, or number 1. Oh, it's funny, I did number 1, I never did. Okay. And that one's got 130,000 views. And then, actually, the most recent one is from 2019, and that one that's not even top 10. I think that's 11th. How to Tune Your 12-String Guitar. So, and that one's also low. It's like 88%. I think people are like, I broke a G string. I hate you. So that's pretty common. And then I've got one here from 2014, Cool Tool Bass Choir. So gear reviews there's a couple gear reviews. But that's, like I said, the open tuning ones, those things really do well. So that's some fun chords in open E, which is the same as that. I did that one because people were asking for it, even though it's basically the same as open D. So it's a lot more geared towards beginners than it was, but the open tuning thing is more, I guess, I don't even want to say to pros, geared towards pros, but that's just what I've been doing. So, oh, awesome. That's great. So Baraba got a little acoustic travel guitar, and he says he can't put it down. Real comfortable for couch playing. Yeah, it's great. And that's one of the recommendations I make in the 7 Tips is just make sure you have a guitar hanging, get a hanger. And of course I've got, I don't know, 8 in this room alone and then guitar stands. But you get a guitar stand or something, if you got little kids, you might want to get a hanger, wall hanger so you can put it up high. But if you keep it in the case in the closet, you're going to forget about it and you're not going to pick it up as much. But if it's sitting there, it'll guilt you into playing it. Oh, Bob Abbott said last year. Oh, well, that's awesome. Last year was my 20th attempt at learning guitar. I finally had a breakthrough this last year with your help, Tom. Thanks for the great gift. Oh, I hope so. And again, the main thing is if you just play a few chords, you can play some songs. I always recommend doing a little bit of singing. Michael North is a great singer. And I've been surrounded by great singers all my life. My wife is a phenomenal singer. And I sing at it, and the singing, then you're an entertainment machine at that point. If you can sing like songs and play, and people can, you can do campfire stuff. I mean, that's just the most fun I've had playing guitar is sitting around a campfire playing songs and everybody's singing. That's the most fun you can have. I mean, I can shred. I can shred all day long. I just okay, everybody get their drinks ready. I just did a session for Apex Legends a couple days ago where they asked me to shred. They wanted me to be a guitar god. I actually have a patch that says guitar god, and then I will make a little adjustment, maybe knock off a little treble or added some delays or something. But oh, hey RJ, RJ, you beat me to it. I was ahead of you, and then you passed me, man. RJ does a lot of gear reviews. Like RJ, people send you stuff all the time. Hey, Michael, there's Michael North. He switched to a sushi buy. Yeah, I've got Michael double. So RJ, I woke up this morning at 8. Went to bed last night. I was like 12, 13 away, and I was like, oh man. So, and I wanted to be live when it happened. So I woke up this morning. I was at 99,999 at 8 this morning. And I ran in here and grabbed, instead of my coffee, I had to get Diet Pepsi. And we watched it go down together. It went down to 97. And then it went up over 100,000 and it dropped down again. So we won. It's pretty funny. It was pretty funny. I was like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen because we were watching it on Monday. We were watching it, and it would go up a little and go down a little and go up a little. I think we, over the period of like my 2-hour live stream, I think we gained like three subscribers or something like that. But yeah, follow RJ. Now see, RJ, did that did your check automatically show up like that, or did you have to apply for it? That's a question I need to pose to you. I don't know if you can tell me that over this. You don't have to. You can. We can talk later. But we're partying here. So, man, this was a 10-year trek. Seriously. And like I said, when I did the 7 Tips for Older Beginners in 2018, I had, almost 4 years ago, I had 8,000 subscribers, I believe, because I think I mentioned that in the video. Because people will comment all the time, they're like, man, you only had 8,000, now look at you. And so that is what grew my channel. And so I'm trying to stay true to that. My live streaming that I've been doing, I've been kind of gearing towards like beginners, learning chords. You know, I did the cage method. I talked about modes. I talked about the circle of fifths. You know, but I always try to assume that my viewer is a beginner, and so. Okay, I'll reach out. I'll reach out for it. But the RJ, I think the check is cool because, like, if you comment on a Rick Beato video, he's more likely to see it. I've commented on his videos and he's replied to my comments. We've talked before, Rick Beato and I have. I'm sure you've talked to him too. But if you have a check next to your name and you make a comment on a video, people are more likely to check out your channel, I think. But you do great gear reviews. I mean, you are the, see, I really can divide like the guitar players in LA into 2 camps. And RJ, when we met, he was living here. He lives in, you're in Nashville now. It's just so much more, Nashville makes so much more sense if you're a touring musician, particularly with a U.S. act, just because you're an 8-hour drive from 60% of the population. But California, it's like you got to drive 8 hours just to get to the next city out of Los Angeles. You know, it's 5 to Vegas, 6 to Phoenix, 7 to San Francisco. I mean, it's just not a great place to be for touring. You were in Chicago you were in Nashville via Chicago, if I remember correctly. It's like we just became friends and you left. It was like, what did I say? The camps, I'm the guy that like I learned to read music. I practiced sight reading. I would seek out difficult things to practice reading, chord changes, sight reading, notes, and things like that. I would pick up new instruments and learn. I probably play at 50 instruments, including the Gobechand. So I probably have 50 different instruments that I can play for different film scores and game scores and TV things and stuff. And studied all these different styles of music, jazz and country and classical and blues, and just like trying to become a jack of all, and I'm a master of none. And then there are the guitar players that are really into tone, and they're like, oh, these tubes sound better, or this amp sounds better, and these pickups sound better, and that's my son. And the tone guys are the guys that are doing the record dates, like Tim Pierce can't read, but he can get that sound that you want, And I may be misjudging you here. Okay. You're living in Chicago, but working in Nashville. Interesting. Well, okay, but that's not too far. But that's a flight, so probably what airline would fly Chicago? Well, United would fly from Chicago to anywhere, so you're probably flying United. Thank you, Sadie. Appreciate it. So that's kind of how I break up, the guitar players in LA that are working guitar players, 2 camps, and I'm just not the tone. I mean, I like pedals, but I don't even have a pedal board. Alex has 4 pedal boards. He has one that's like bigger than we could fit in this window, and then he has a medium board. And he has 2 little boards. Oh, actually, I take that wrong. I do have a little pedal board that I use. It's got 4 pedals on it that I put before my rig. They're mostly gain pedals, like a little bit of gain stuff. And I use the Sparkle Drive. It's almost always on. Excuse me. I haven't eaten yet. So I got to get breakfast. We're going to stop here in a minute, but man, 100,000. Thank you so much, everybody. And RJ, I know you're a subscriber. You're one. I think, aren't you a subscriber? If I sort my subscribers, you could do that. I can look at my subscribers and sort by it. Like I said, it's amazing the amount of information that YouTube gives you. Let's see, because I know I subscribe to you, RJ. Oh, see all. Okay, here they are. Okay, subscriber count. Oh wow. Greg Schultz, who is that? Oh, I'm going to subscribe to him. I don't know what he does. Let's see what he does. All right, be careful. I don't want to. Huh. Interesting. So if I go all time, lifetime, here we go. Oh, I get. You're not a subscriber. That's funny. I got, yeah, some, but Rachel's 1.23 million subscribers. She's my biggest subscriber. So I can sort by subscriber. Well, how did you even see that I was? Thanks, Michael. I'll see you in a couple hours. And what key do you want to do? What key were we going to do it in G? Silent Night. Oh my gosh. I'll be doing Silent Night for the next 4 days. It's funny. Let's see. Mad Musician Magician. Let's see. Mad Musician Magician. I'd have to look you up. Oh, you're a subscriber. Okay. Let's see. I got to go to YouTube to find that. So you're a Mad Musician Magician. Oh, there you are. All right. I think. Do you have a piano in your icon? Oh, wait, no, wait. I saw your icon. What is that? No, this is not you. All right, hold on. Or you use a separate account. See, I can't. Your handle there doesn't open up. I don't think this is you. Yeah. So okay. Let's see. I'll look you up though. I think I can sort my. Like I said, YouTube is phenomenal at giving you information. So if I look at see all, I think I can sort. No, I can't sort. I can't do a search. There's no search window in here. What's your handle? Oh, Mad Musician Magician. Yeah, I know. That's weird. I see Mad Musician. Is that you with a piano in your icon? Let's see, it's a different icon than I'm seeing here. So I'm not sure. Oh. Anyway, well, I'll look at. I've got the search window up. I'll try to find you. I'm looking for your icon. And the funny thing is, the icon I'm seeing or the avatar I'm seeing is black and white, but it's a piano, and it looks like yours is. Can't really see it. It's really small. It looks like a guitar. That was Michael. My buddy Michael. That's crazy. I love magic. I wanted to be a magician when I was a kid, and I know a few tricks, but it's like, okay, so this is enough chit chat about this. I'm going to. Oh, don't worry, Sadie. We didn't talk about anything. This was just us celebrating. Woohoo! Yeah, that's a guitar in your icon for sure. So I'll keep looking. Let's see. You know, if I join that together, let's see if it does. I found it. Okay, there you go. You got 71 subscribers. Okay. Now you got 72. How about that? All right. Yeah, you've got to get to, I think, 1,000 subscribers and 10,000 hours of view time. Although doing live streams is a great way to get a lot of view time. I mean, if I have 10 people watching me for an hour, that's 10 hours. Is it 10,000 hours? I forget. And then you can start to monetize your videos. So it's just show. I've got 700 and some odd videos, although 250 of them are live stream videos. So those didn't require any production, any filming and editing and all that stuff. Whereas the other videos actually do require some time. In my early videos, I didn't. I just kind of used the camera on the computer and recorded videos. But so you'll see that. But yeah, I've never done a giveaway. I actually did do a giveaway, and when I had my website, I had a giveaway. People sent me, I just randomly chose a name, and it turned out to be someone in like Mozambique or something. It cost me like $80 to send a $25 worth of guitar strings to Mozambique. I was like, oh man. So I haven't done one since. But anyway, 4,000 hours, yeah. But I think, is it 4,000 is the requirement? Or is it 4,000 that you have? I have 760 plus videos. And I'm good. Like I said, I'm going to do a couple more videos. I'm going to do a couple of G2 videos, open G2 tuning videos. I'm going to do one where I've got a song that I'm going to perform, and I'll probably include tab so that you can download the tab. And then I'm going to do some fun chords in Open G, or Open G2. Sorry. So hey, Kathy Short, what's going on? I want to be a space musician. All right. Oh, that's the requirement. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure about it. I mean, kind of one of those things. And I think it's 4,000 hours in a year. It's not like lifetime, it's year. But that's super attainable, I think. Especially if you get up to 1,000 subscribers in your posting content on a regular basis. But it takes forever. And I really don't even remember. It was Open Tuning Video that actually started to get my channel's numbers up. And it was a video I'd originally done to send to my brother-in-law, and I made it public, and it was a bunch of chords in Open D, because he played in Open D. So I figured out a bunch of chords for him. He wanted to know, how do I play these chords? And, E minor, how do I play, things like that. So I said, okay, well, here, let me figure out something. And I showed him, and I videotaped it, and I sent it to him. And then I just made that public, and then that got me a lot of views, and I'm like, what the heck? And I redid that video. So the one you see now is a redo of the original video, because in the original video I'm saying, so Jeff, what you're going to want to do, and Jeff, and Jeff, and Jeff. So I kept saying Jeff in the video, and it doesn't make any sense for everybody else. It would be like, oh, my name's Steve. I can't watch this video. This isn't for me. Or I'm Betty. No, I can't watch this video. So anyway, okay, I'm going to log off. I know I've said that now for the last 20 minutes. I'm like a bad parent. Okay, we're leaving for sure now, kids. So I will hopefully be here Monday, and we'll do that. Maybe Christmas Day. if Alex is here, we can do some live playing. And oh, Rachel just liked an image. That's awesome. Rachel Talbot's the one that kind of got me going on this whole process. She showed me how to do it. And so, and then, so Monday we're going to pick up from where we were talking on songwriting. And we changed our song. So I probably going to, maybe Monday I'll start recording our song and see, what I can get, what other ideas come about. But we definitely simplified the harmonic structure of it all. Yes, thank you so much. Scrap. And you can, I do have Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram. But Instagram's mostly me posting pictures of my family, on their birthdays. That's pretty much all I use Instagram for. I also have a TikTok, but I haven't done a TikTok in a while. I should probably do a TikTok on the G2 tuning, and I will post that. But I have one TikTok that took off, which is funny. It was my second TikTok. It kind of pissed everybody off because it was like, wait a minute, how did that happen? So, but none of my others have done as well as my very second TikTok foray. I think I've got maybe 15 TikToks up there. 15 videos on my TikTok, maybe a little bit more. Anyway, God bless you all. Thank you so much for 100,000. We blew past it. That's great. We got a buffer now. So if YouTube does some purging this year before the end of the year, we might still hang on to 100,000. Depends on how much they purge. So here we go. And so we'll